Hey there, everyone. Tara Malarkey here, and I'm so excited because today I get to spend a little time with my fabulous client, Tavia Sharp. And she is in Brooklyn, New York, right? We have lots of Brooklyn, New York people in our crew, and I love it. So I love, Tavia, if you were to start sharing a little bit about what you do, because you're sort of like fashion extraordinaire turned, transformational coach. I love your story. And really why we come together to do these little interviews is to share with other and to inspire other coaches what's possible from struggling in their business, knowing they have this passion to do something with something that's living in them, but they really don't know how to make the business, the income, the prosperity work from their purpose. So we just like to come together and share some of the results you've had working with me, and then just, allow other women to know what's possible. So start out by telling me what you do.
Okay. Hi, everyone. So again, my name is Tavia Sharp, and what I do is, I've spent 15 years working in the fashion industry, and I started working with clients one-on-one, consulting them with their image and style, and consulting men specifically, since my background is working with menswear. And I started working with one-on-one with clients, and I realized that I really had a gift for helping single men, like really remove the deeper blocks that were in the way of them attracting their partner, attracting their ideal woman. So, I really was passionate about helping guys, but I was struggling to really get that business going and make it successful. And I spent a lot of time and effort going out and meeting people and doing speaking engagements and networking. And I realized, I really want to do this. I'm passionate about it, but I just don't know how to make money doing it. And so I had been following Tara for a while, and I really connected with what she spoke about. And I don't know, just one of the emails really hit home for me in the place I was at. And I said, you know what? I'm going to book a call with Tara. I just was called to speak with her about this. And once I had the call, I was like, this is it, having a system where I didn't have a system before, and having a way where I could really connect with my ideal clients, which I wasn't doing before, was the way. And so, I used to charge maybe $500, and even that was a struggle. That would be the max I would get out of working with clients. And now I charge $3,000, and I'm helping people, not just with their image, but I'm helping them remove deeper blocks, working with them to get confidence in other ways so that they can attract their ideal woman. And so it's so great, and I love what I'm doing. So
I love it. So when you were talking there, I was remembering our phone call, which is, quite a bit ago, because Tavia is now in my mastermind, right? You're in my mastermind, and we've been, working together for a little bit longer than some of the people just kind of joining me. But I remember that phone call, and I remember the investment to work with me was a scary thing for you, right? Share a little bit about that, because a lot of people are in that position. It's really scary to kind of pour more money into this business, and you're not sure if it's going to work, but something made you jump in, right?
Yeah, totally. I mean, thinking about investing $3,000 when you don't have $3,000 is whoa, I don't know. You just have to trust that this is what you need. And I really trusted that this is what I need. I need to invest in myself. If I'm not going to invest in myself or my business, I'm going to stay stuck where I was. Maybe getting the $500 here and there. And that just wasn't where I wanted to be. And I really wasn't able to connect with the people that are needing me, and this is it, investing in yourself and then seeing how that actually works is amazing. So yeah, definitely.
And then, yeah, totally. And it's such a stretch, even the times that I've invested as well, big, it's such a huge stretch, but it's almost you realize when you do it that it's just a necessary action. It's not even about the money in a way. It's kind of this necessary action for you to have this complete faith that that this is what the universe is calling you into, and you got to take that leap of faith,
Mm-hmm.
So
Totally.
I also remember though that we started working together, and we were working on just connecting with guys who needed some style help, right? And then you came to my event in Las Vegas, and we sort of uncovered this whole other thing. So tell me a little bit about how that happened for you.
Yeah, I think for me, like I always was wanting to help single men, because I realized as I was working with men one-on-one, majority of my clients were single, and that was really the thing that they struggled with. It was like they didn't have the confidence, they didn't know how to connect with women that they wanted to date, and they were struggling. They wanted a relationship. And here I am, helping them with image. And it's like, yes, that's a huge part of, building confidence, but it just wasn't enough. I felt like I could do so much more. And I wasn't connecting to that fully because I have a fashion background. And, that's kind of what my expertise is in. So I didn't realize like I could actually do this. What is my true passion and purpose? And so when I went to your mastermind, we discovered that. We opened up that like, what I really wanted to do was actually help people in like create the life that they want, and specifically relationships. And so helping, my background, my expertise can really be a way for them to get that. And that is transformative. And that's what I love helping people do, and seeing them flourish and seeing them become more confident and having success and dating the women and having a relationship is like, it's a great, this is what I've been wanting to do for so long. And I really wasn't clear to that before. So the mastermind opened that up. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally. I saw it when it sort of came out, because a lot of it is, of course, like I don't own that all of it is me, right? It's spirit working through me a lot of times. And I saw your face sort of like light up when this sort of came, like when we drilled down to what is the pain of this person that you're wanting to serve, because in order to make our marketing powerful, we have to connect with that, right? And that we uncovered that. And then I saw that in you, that's what you really wanted to do, which is so many women out there that I talk to, but you're not sure if you're qualified enough, right? Or you are confident enough to do that. There's some doubts going on. So sometimes we need to borrow the faith of someone else and me going, this is what you're supposed to do. Of course, this is what you're supposed to do, And since then, now, it just made it so much clearer in your business who you serve, and your ads are rocking it, and you're booking clients at 3,000, right? You said. So tell me a little bit about, and you even have clients in a mastermind. So they're staying on with you for longer, which is awesome. So tell me a little bit about, some of the results you got from us working together initially, even just in the first 8 weeks program.
The first 8 weeks, I was like really just dialing in, first of all, on who my ideal client was, because before I sort of knew, but it wasn't clear. And so therefore I couldn't really connect with that person, because if you're not calling to them, then how will they know like, oh, this is for me? So that really was the biggest thing, and really being able to, create all my marketing towards that. And then second of all, it was really just getting calls with people. I didn't even know how to do a call properly before, and really speaking with them and asking the right questions. I didn't know how to ask the right questions. And sometimes that's why I didn't get clients in the past, because they just be like, I don't really need that. And or I'll call you later. And once I really got a clear method and strategy of how to actually ask people the right questions, that's when it was clear for them. It gave them the opportunity to just step in and say, yes, I'm ready to invest in myself, and I'm ready to work with you. And so it became natural.
That's cool. It's such a huge step, like having, a lot of coaches are telling us to have these free calls, right, to get clients. But if you don't know how to do the call right, it's kind of like, it's so draining. I'm sure there's women listening, like, it's so draining to do the calls over and over and over again and hear no, or I have to think about it. And you can feel that they don't actually see the value of what you do. So to learn how to get them to see it without you forcing it upon them, right? There's a very specific way to do this, and which makes the call very powerful, which makes it at the end that, maybe not everyone, but a large percentage are like, yes, I totally need this, and pretty much whatever you charge, like that's what it is. And now you're booking calls by like, where are these guys coming from?
Well, they're coming from Facebook ads mostly. I mean, really setting up a system where I have people that are called to book a call with me. Like it's just working, they're like, wow, it resonates with them. And then they book the call with me and then we have a great call. So it's like, they don't know me. I don't know them, but in a way they do. They're connected to what I'm saying because it's what they're dealing with. And so when we get on the call, we can just go right into that. And then, they can decide like, this is for me, I'm ready. So it's great. Mm-hmm.
So great. And for example, like you were in Savannah, Georgia for the weekend, right? And you had people watching your webinar and booking some calls with you while you were away. And you didn't have to do that. You were away.
No, it was like automated. It's like on autopilot. I just have it set up. And so even when I want to go away for a few days, I don't feel guilty that I'm not sitting there struggling. Like, what am I going to do today? What do I have to work on to get new clients? Like, oh, wow, today I tried this yesterday. It's like I don't have to struggle so much. It's just I can go away for a few days and let my business work for me. And that's really great. And now I have calls today and I was just away for 4 days. So
I love that. The people, like we just touched on, like the people that are coming to the calls, majority are super qualified, right? Like they're not like wasting your time. Like they're there kind of like, I've gone through this entire system from a Facebook ad to a, webinar or online workshop or like a training that you had, and then you offered to book the call. And I was motivated enough to book the call because you hit on what I really need. And so they're qualified people coming to the call that really need your help and, are prepared to invest in themselves.
Yeah, exactly. And they're ready. They want to find out what it is, and they're curious, and they're like, wow, I know I need that. What is this? I want to learn more about it. Yeah. Right. So that's
a way that we have what I teach you in the program, right? Like there's a very specific way to do that. That is not like, oh, I'm just going to give you lots of free information in this webinar like a lot of people are talking about. There's a very specific way that we use like, a tactic and some very, very strong like psychology, not to manipulate, but to inspire someone to take the next step. Because we fail as coaches if someone listens to our free thing and thinks they can go off and ride off into the sunset and their life's going to change. Because as coaches, we know that doesn't work. They need our help, right? They're going to get the maximum, the quickest result if they step in on a big level and get support from us, right? So what we want to do, our main goal is to get them to take the next step. And it's not enough to give some free information and then say, hey, do you want to have a call with me? It doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and then the other thing I was going to mention is that we just talked about before we jumped on the broadcast, which was that now all you have to do, right, to scale up your business, to get more calls and theoretically get more clients is to increase how much you spend on Facebook. And how do you think about Facebook ads now differently than maybe you did before in terms of what you spend and that kind of thing?
Well, I didn't even really use Facebook ads that much. I mean, I used them for a little bit of but I wasn't really understanding how to use them before and how to create like customized ads so that it's actually targeting the people that I want to talk to and that I want to connect with in Facebook. I mean, Facebook is so many people on there, right? But how do you find them? So I wouldn't even have known how to do that before. And now that I've done that and it's working, it's like, it's great. All I have to do is increase my ad, like you said. And it's like, I'm just connecting with more of the people that are already the people I want to talk to, not just anybody and everybody out there.
Right.
So it's very clear, like focus on who I'm targeting. And so they can, come to me. It's not like I'm going out just searching, throwing a dart out in there. It's like it's very clear how to set it up. And I did not know how to do that before at all.
And what would you say to someone who's scared to spend money on ads?
Who spends money on ads?
Scared to, is like, well, I'm already struggling. So like, I just think that I can't even play in Facebook ads because I don't feel like, you know, I could spend any money in that area. And I just need to keep doing the free stuff to grow my business.
Yeah, I actually had somebody recently ask me about Facebook ads. And I was like, well, you know, I would recommend like you really should research and look into how to set it up properly because yeah, if you're just going to put up an ad and you don't know what you're doing, then yeah, you're probably going to waste your money. But if you actually know what you're doing, like I'm learning from my coach and I tell people, you know, who I'm working with, they're like, wow, that sounds really great because nobody does really know. It's not like it's somebody's teaching us, right? So you need to learn from an expert like you. So I wouldn't know that. And so I always remind people that, yes, I'm doing Facebook ads and they're working, but I also learned from somebody who's teaching me exactly how to do it properly. Otherwise, I probably would just be wasting my money.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. And so then even though, you know, it's a little bit scary to start spending like $100 a day on Facebook ads, right? When you know that it's working and you're able to kind of like run the stats by me and go like, okay, cool, we should definitely keep this ad running and even spend more on it. It makes you feel that much more confident, right? That you're not just giving your money to Facebook. I always say, just send them some money, you know? It's like, no, we don't want to do that. We want a return on our investment. We want a huge return on our investment. And that's what's happening with Facebook ads.
Yeah, exactly. I'm looking at the stats and talking to you and knowing that the stats are working makes me feel confident. Okay, this like looks like it's doing awesome. Then it's an easy thing to feel like, oh, I can just increase this. It's already working. Like,
it's already working. So what I love about it is like, I know initially when I first started into Facebook ads, I was totally, and even I'm a former finance person, right? So like I get numbers, but still going back there in the Power Editor, it's like overwhelming. Like what are all these acronyms and like CTR and blah, blah, and like CP. And so once you understand it though, and it's not that difficult to understand it when someone breaks down like these are the important things that we have to look at, right? Once you understand it and then you can see, okay, this is good, this is working well, right? Then it's like really easy to be like, okay, we're just going to put more money into this. And what I love about it is that it's statistics. So literally the one variable changes and the statistics theoretically, and I mean, they do stay the same, right? Mm-hmm. So your results get better if you spend more money, you know, like you get more conversions, you get more you get more views, you get more clicks. You just need to spend more. Facebook's going to show it to more people and you're going to get the same result. Just at higher numbers, you know? So it's really cool like that. It's not like constantly just wondering, okay, so if I put more money here, like, is that going to work or not? You know, by just starting at $5 or $10 a day, whatever the stats are there, then we know, okay, cool. That's good enough to keep going and to increase it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally. And I also think I think I should mention is that what's great about Facebook is that I can connect to people wherever I want. So now that I have a business that's virtual and, you know, when I want to meet up with clients in person, I can, but having a virtual type business versus what I was doing before, which is running around, you know, in Facebook, I can connect to anybody, anywhere. Like, you know, all over the US. It doesn't matter that they're not in New York. And that's really cool too, because Facebook allows me to do that. If I didn't use Facebook ads, then how would I meet these people otherwise? So that's been really great too. And Facebook ads allows you to do that. And so understanding what you can do in the back end and setting it up in that way has been so great for business. Yeah.
So it's so genius, honestly. And then the other thing that I like to point out, especially for certain niches, because I think Facebook ads are genius for this, is like like your market in particular, men who like are struggling being single and kind of feel like shy and awkward about how they look and then being confident with women, like, is that man really going to be actively searching for help with that? Maybe not. Like, they know they have a problem, like they know they have an insecurity and they could use some help, but they might not actively go like on, you know, the yellow pages or Google.
Mm-hmm.
Hello? Oh no. We just got cut off and I don't know if Miss is going to come back, Miss Tavia. Let me just. Holding, see if she can come back in. I don't know what happened.
It popped off, I think.
Popped off for me too. It's never happened to me before. Anyway, what I was saying is that, you know, you can reach people that might not necessarily actively search for help in this area, but it's scrolling through their news feed. You get in front of them and they're in the privacy of their own computer, if you will, right? And so they're just likely to be like, oh, that if you catch their attention, right, they click on the link, they watch the webinar in private, they can schedule a private call with you. And I just think for especially certain niches, like especially sometimes for men, you know, in certain areas and even some women, you know, it's like there's a way for you to get in front of people that you would never get in front of, that may never actively search for you anywhere, but they are interested and they need help in that area. Don't you agree?
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, especially if I'm working with shy, introverted guys, this is a great way for them to feel comfortable because they can just look on Facebook and everybody's on Facebook. So it's easy for them to be like, oh, this sounds like something like me. What is this about? And then they can watch the video and book a call with me. So it's really amazing. Facebook has been so great in that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then just finally, I would just add on to that, which is, and I think this is amazing about it as well, it's just that you can take a client in 24 to 48 hours from never having known you before to a high paying client.
Yeah. Yeah. Most of my clients right now are people that we've never even met in person.
Right.
These are people all coming from Facebook.
Right.
So not know me before they got on a call with me.
Yeah, and not just that it's just coming from Facebook, but that you've set up a way where your funnel is very powerful. So they feel connected to you, right? There's very specific nuances, right, that we've created together that have made it so that this person doesn't feel like you're a stranger by the time they get on the phone with you. They're a lot more qualified and prepared. They know what you're about in a very powerful way. And then, you know, without that, right, it is difficult to take someone from ad to high paying client. There's a difference between a low ticket funnel, right? It's not just about ads. It's like your funnel has to be dialed in to prepare someone to know that you are an expert. You have established authority, you get results for people, and, you know, so therefore they're a lot more likely to sign up as your client on the phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Which I, you know, might be putting words in your mouth, but like you didn't know and wouldn't have known how to do that before we started working together.
No, I would not. Definitely not. No.
Okay, so without keeping this longer, we might have lost people when we dropped off anyway, but anything else that you want to say about working together, or that for them, like for women that are wanting to grow their coaching business?
Well, just that, really that you can really create whatever you want, seeing that it's possible and don't have to struggle with trying to figure this out on your own. Like the reason why I live in New York. There's a lot of coaches here, a lot of business coaches. And the reason why I worked with Tara is because I knew she had a system that works, you know, and without that, it could just be like, oh, I don't know, I'm just doing this on my own and trying to figure it out. Without the system and having an expert like Tara teach it to me, yes, I would not have done this on my own. No way, no how. And so you just don't have to struggle, you know, just invest in this and go for it and create whatever you want, which is awesome. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. You know, I just like to point out, you know, without the system that we use that's automated and, you know, pretty simple, right? But, you know, you need to learn how to do it right from the beginning. You know, most coaches are out there going to networking events, posting in Facebook groups, blogging, doing Facebook videos or YouTube videos or Facebook lives. I mean, the list goes on of the things that you need to be doing to build your business and hope that you're going to get a client from one of those things, right? And you're still usually, you know, in your mind going like, there's not enough. So you're like downgrading how much you charge because you're afraid no one's going to pay it anyway. And you end up not making any money, but you work like a dog, like a crazy person. So what I'm so passionate about in this is teaching women how, like, it doesn't have to be that way. Like, we should be able to have a life and we should be able to leverage the internet and not have to work around the clock, you know? And with this model, I think the thing that I love the most is because of that time, because that portion of our business is automated, we get to give VIP results to our clients. Like, we get to work with them intimately. We get to be really alongside with them. They're not like just another number out there that, you know, we're like, oh, thanks for signing up for my course and I don't even know who you are. Like, I love coming alongside my clients and really understanding their business and knowing, you know, how to create it. And so, and I teach you guys how to do the same thing in your business model. Like, you charge a lot, but you also give someone a VIP experience with you. And you can do that because you charge a lot, because, you know, you are able to not have to do a million things to get more clients.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, perfect.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much. And this was awesome and so fun. And I will talk to you soon.
Okay, sounds good.
Bye.
Bye.